Yo, and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. Yeah, this might be the dumbest thing I've ever worn in my entire life. Thank you, John Mangini. I don't think I can do this whole video this way. There's no way I'm doing this. Okay, that's better. John had gotten that hat somewhere, and he said, I'm going to send it to you. And I really didn't believe he would actually do it, but he did. I have got so much stuff to show you guys in a minute. I've gotten a nice little run of stuff here. And I know my title of my video is, maybe a little clickbaity, but it's funny how I buy cards that I look at it and I go, no one else would ever want to own this card. And why would anybody buy this stuff? And then I think, man, I want it. That's why I bought it. I don't buy cards just for giggles. I don't buy cards as an investment. I buy cards that I want to add to my collection. I want to build my collection the way I want to build it. Just like all of you can build your collections the way you want to build them. And so I know there are probably a lot of people that see some of the cards that I show and they roll their eyes and are like, I would never pay money for that. I get it. Don't blame you. You probably buy stuff that I would never pay any money for either. And so that's why this hobby is so great, is we can all kind of do our own thing and enjoy it. I hope you guys just enjoy seeing how my mind works and why I get what I get. I got, again, a lot of cool stuff I want to show you, but I want to point out that, actually, let me grab something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, Chris from Missouri is doing a really cool thing for me, and I'm very appreciative, and a lot of other people are kind of jumping on the bandwagon and doing videos, kind of bringing light to this. But this summer, I'm taking a team to Ecuador, and we're doing something different, trying to raise a little money for that. Chris has spearheaded this. I genuinely he wanted to do it. He came to me, and I was like, okay, if that's what you feel led to do, who am I to argue? But I want to contribute something to the cause because I appreciate everybody's willingness to participate. And so I've got a fat stack here of Hall of Fame postcards. These are all dupes for me. And what I'll do, I think I have 5 to 7 different players, and even like Happy Chandler here, an executive. So I will throw this in as an additional giveaway for that, a raffle prize, whatever you want to call it. And the way it will work, I'll give away 5 of these, 5 different players / executives to whoever wins this. It'll be a 5-card lot, 5 Hall of Fame autographs on Perez Steel celebration postcards. Again, these are just extras for me, so I'm happy to help out and give those away as a third prize. Chris is already doing a Satchel Paige 53 Topps, a Mike Trout rookie. So I will again put the link down below if you want. I'll put the original video where he talks about what to do and how to do it. But, just appreciate everybody's support, appreciate everybody participating in that. If that's something you feel like doing, great. If it's something you don't, that's okay too. But yeah, let me get to all this stuff because, yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm not wearing that damn hat again. Hang on a second. So John also decided to throw in an autographed white glove. I mean, if I ever have a card that needs the white glove treatment, I've got one now, or I'll look like Michael Jackson or Mickey Mouse. I don't know which one. But John Mangini there, YouTube Hall of Fame 2020. So yeah, now I have that. I wonder if it has John's DNA on it. He also sent me one of his cards. It's not signed though. So John, epic fail there. Look at that golf swing. I love golf too. So it talks about all his accomplishments on the back, winning a championship at his club. Chico. We're going to start calling you Chico, John. So I do love that. I do love getting cards from our community, from people. Speaking of that, I got one also from John, who is a 3D 80s kid. He's a Braves fan. This is numbered to 99. YouTuber. That's his channel name there. So if you don't know John, go check him out. But I got his card. It is signed. So that'll go in the YouTube family binder. And then I got another thing from, I'm going to read this note. I'll show it to you guys. So this is from Harlan. Harlan is son-in-law to John, who we went and saw in West Virginia and did an episode of Chasing Cardboard about his collection. And John was cool to send me a couple things, which I'll show in a second. But it says, Mike, just wanted to say thanks again for all the help you guys gave our family in featuring and then selling John's collection through Chasing Cardboard. It's been a great experience and a real blessing. I don't know what we would have done without you guys. Well, Harlan, you are welcome. I've enclosed a few things for you from John's collection that I thought were cool. I hope you do as well. I can tell you already I do, because I've already looked at them. First, the Wild West cards were issued in 1958 by Express Weekly. I don't know too much more about them, but I figured they might give you some inspiration when you're out at the ranch being a cowboy. So I'll show kind of the things as he talks about them. So this is a set, basically, of 25 cards, and it's got different images. They're very much like old tobacco cards. Images like from the Wild West, guys on horseback and cattle drives and all kinds of stuff. And it says here, it's, you know, the Wild West. Collect this, get the full set of 25 cards. So I guess you get them when you, Express Weekly must have been like a magazine or something. So these are apparently from 1958. So they are cool, lots of cool images in here in these. And so I'm gonna put those somewhere safe. Then it says, next, the 2 license plates were put out by Topps in 1950. The Texas one is for obvious reasons, and the Oklahoma one is where is so you could have an example with an unscratched back. I'll show you guys that in a second. I figured since your daughter went to OU, it was a clear second choice, and he was right. So what these are, I've never seen these before. Like, I would love if somebody knows any more about these to let me know, but this is a license plate. Again, it's a small card, kind of looks like maybe a smaller even than like a 51 Bowman or something. But Texas 50, so 1950, right? And then on the back, I love the back because it has Fort Worth, you know, and then so what is the largest meat packing city in Texas? And Fort Worth, and that makes sense because back in the 50s, Fort Worth, you know, cattle would come in. They have a stockyards here where they would slaughter cattle and ship out the meat and all that kind of stuff. But that is super cool, and it's where I live. It is Fort Worth. So there's the Texas one, and then to show you a difference, here's the Oklahoma one. And on the back, you can see there's the trivia question, like this one. So you'd have the trivia question, and the back is not scratched. So you have to scratch this off to reveal the answer of whatever the trivia question is. Oklahoma has more persons of what race than any other state? And I don't know what the answer to that might be, but can certainly, you know, I'm not going to scratch it to reveal the answer, but yeah, those are so cool. And John had a lot of unique things in his collection, and Harlan knew that I just dug a lot of things. Like that is from John's collection, the top certificate back here. I don't know, just weird stuff. I like different and weird and not usual. Now, again, in John's collection, he had all the regular stuff too, but then he had a lot of this kind of stuff. And the last thing Harlan sent me, well, I'll read it and I'll show you. Lastly, the baseball card is a reminder of John's collection. Glasscock was a West Virginia-born player, 61 career WAR way back in the bare hand days, and the card is in exactly the shape you'd expect from his collection. He's not a Hall of Famer, it's not signed, it's not in a PSA slab, and the image is so bad you can barely see him. So John knows, or Harlan knows what I collect. Hall of Famer, signed, slabbed, all that. But it will stand out from your collection in almost every way. But I hope whenever you see it, you're reminded of sitting on the floor going through John's sets while telling the kids stories about the cards their grandfather had collected. It's certainly something we'll never forget. So that was a very fun experience for me. I love sitting on the floor. I mean, I still, at almost 50 years old, I'll sit on the floor to look at cards because that's what I did as a kid, and that's where I feel comfortable. And so I did that at John's house, actually, with John's grandkids and kind of going through stuff. So here's what Harlan gifted to me. Is this awesome 1886-87 Old Judge N172 Jack Glasscock, Indianapolis. yeah, it's just authentic altered. It's in a SGC slab. Totally fine by me. I mean, it is jacked up every way and sideways, and I love it. Like, that is just so cool. This is my first card ever from the 1800s, and this will absolutely be treasured in my collection. I am so proud to own it. So proud to own it from John's collection. So that's awesome. Okay. Thank you, Harlan. You're the bomb. And okay, here's the stack of stuff that I got. These are all, a lot of these are cards like, man, who would ever own this stuff, right? Well, I would. And so all these cards fit into my 4-decade set with the idea of getting every Hall of Famer, and I literally mean every Hall of Famer. And so you're going to see cards like Jim Kaat, 74 Topps. There's a lot of people that might want this card for a Hall of Fame run or something, but I'm happy with a 5. I was able, by the way, all these cards individually cost less, like each one costs less, way less than a blaster would cost. So if you said, okay, Mike, you can go buy a blaster of, pick your, random Topps product, or you can get a vintage card in, again, variety of grades. Every day of the week, twice on Sunday, I will choose the vintage card. And so this is only a 5, but I don't care. I have the card now, and a 5 makes it super cheap. So we've got that one. And then I've got 89 Topps, pictures of Hall of Famer, Tony Oliva. It's a turn back the clock card. I remember these from being a kid. It would, signify some moment in 1964. So this was 25 years ago, right? Tony Oliva, near mint 8. Everybody's favorite Hall of Famer, Harold Baines. All the rest of the cards now are from a 4 Sharp Corners order. And I'm a big 4 Sharp Corners fan. Their stuff is finally coming back to earth in terms of pricing. But I saw this, it was like $20 for a 10. Granted, it's 88 Topps, it's Harold Baines, but again, you can barely slab a card for that. And these surprisingly aren't as easy to gem as you might think. Lots of off-centering on 88. So I got that. I got this 88 Topps Tim Raines All-Star in a Gem Mint 10. Again, who else would want that but me? And I love it. I got a 1964 Topps AL Pitching Leaders, and it's got Whitey Ford on it, Hall of Famer. That's in an excellent mint 6. Again, all these were super cheap, like $15 to $18 kind of each. 1971 Topps Raleigh Fingers, also in a 5. Since I got to meet Raleigh Fingers, I really went, this is actually the card that started the whole thing on this order, because I went to look for Raleigh Fingers cards after getting to talk with him a couple of weeks ago, and I put, which cards do I still need for his run? This was one of them, and I saw it was 4 Sharp Corners. Let me go see what else I can add to my cart to make it worthwhile and maybe get free shipping. And so, yep, I got that. I got a 67 Topps Red Schiendienst in a 4, but it's a great looking 4. These are great centering on this for a 4. Like, yep, love it. I got a 76 Topps Tom Seaver in a near mint 7. That's probably a card more people would actually want than just me. It's a great card. Mr. Tom Terrific. Keep stacking these up. Bunch of 72s here. 72 Topps Billy Williams in action. I needed that one. That's in a 6. Another Tony Oliva, 72 Topps. I needed quite a few from his run because, I wasn't really expecting him to get in the Hall of Fame, and so I would have picked up his cards years ago for super cheap. But, yeah, there's the Tony Oliva, 72. And then the last one is this awesome 72 Topps Brooks Robinson in a 6. Believe it or not, I was shocked at how many Brooks Robinson cards I still needed for the run. So glad to add that one. So, man, that is it. I told you guys, lots of cool stuff. Thank you for sticking around. Again, if you want to, go check out the link below for Chris from Missouri's video about the stuff that's being kind of given away, raffled off, whatever you want to say. And on behalf of our mission trip, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support. We'll talk to you soon. Keep collecting.